So Kyle Wilkes, the former coach of the mutant Nick Walker, he claps back at the mutant by reposting this old post, which was made by Nick Walker, praising the methods of Kyle as they're different, but he also said that he was happy and he trusted his methods. Then he continues praising Kyle regarding how he was able to nail the Pittsburgh Pro look and to also improve on that going into the New York Pro. Now, Nick choosing to work with a different coach, that is 100% his decision. But after he appeared on Fuad's podcast and made this response, and him saying that Kyle was being disrespectful by going on that other podcast, so Kyle is also responding back. And he kind of took Nick to the cleaners here because of all the things that he said in that podcast. So this post is a complete rebuttal of that statement. If Nick did not like the way he looked at the Pittsburgh Pro, why he did not give that feedback to his coach Kyle back then, so that they could have made some adjustments for the big show ahead, which was the Olympia this year. Look, I know I get it. Kyle totally mistimed Nick's Olympia peak. There is no other way of saying that. And this must have been very frustrating for Nick Walker as he was making his comeback to the Olympia stage after 3 years. And there was a lot of hype behind him, a lot of anticipation. And honestly, most of that hype that was created by Nick himself, because he was consistently putting this narrative out there that Samson Dauda, the reigning Olympia champion, he was his main competition. He said that he isn't worried about Derek, and even his second place finish at the Olympia this year, and even his second place, that will be considered a loss. So with the expectations also comes the pressure. And I have got to say they both, Kyle and Nick, they failed to deliver. Now it's not the end of the world for Nick Walker. He's going to find a new coach. He's one of the best athletes out there in the world of bodybuilding. But a thing to learn from this whole situation is that not to call your coach your best friend. Because we have seen it time and time again that things turn very ugly when an athlete have a bad showing, and when a coach and an athlete, they have a falling out. This is the age of social media, and before anyone starts criticizing the media outlets that we are spreading negativity, none of these outlets, they reposted an old post of Nick Walker highlighting the difference in his stance when he won the New York Pro and his stance today after the Olympia this year. His coach did that, and they both chose to speak about it on a public platform.